Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherry. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. And before we go any further, first of all, yes, I'm not home. I'm in Charlotte. So I went to church today, and guess who I saw? Yes, I saw Greg from last season, season 9 in Charlotte. And he was directing the parking, so I didn't have a chance, like stop and ask questions, and like, hey, where's Deanna? I didn't have an opportunity to do all that because he was directing traffic, so I had to keep it moving. But I was like, that's great. It was just good to see him. But yeah, that is not why you're here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, guys. So I think I kind of changed my setup a little bit. So I know the lighting's probably not as what we're used to, but like I said, I'm not home. I'm out of town in Charlotte, so I wanted to get this review up tonight. So this is what we're gonna have to do to be consistent. So it is what it is. So anyway, let's get started with our first couple. All right, so we're gonna start out with Mika and Mike, and basically Mike is still lying at this point. He's just a liar. We can't believe nothing he says. But before we get that, we open up the scene with us seeing them in the kitchen, and he said something to Mika again off camera about she's not providing him what he needs. So she's like, okay, be more specific. And he can't really tell her what it is that he wants. He's, alluding to the fact that he wants her to be more open to him, but you're not being specific. And he gets up and he walks away. And I'm like, what is this dude's deal? Like, for someone with abandonment issues, when you're in a relationship and someone just constantly gets up and walk away from you and leave you just sitting there just wondering if they're going to come back, that's emotional abuse. Like, you can't do that when you're in a marriage. At this point, Mika is just tired. She is fighting for this. She's in it and she's trying, but you can see that she's just very, very tired and frustrated with his lies because she can't trust him. She really cannot trust him. And you can't move past that when you continually, it's not like he had this one thing that happened. No, it's been constant things as we see as the episode goes on. Like she said he's lying about the amount of miles on his car, the trips he's been on. Like, so I'm jumping all across the place because it's just, again, these episodes are like 2 hours long and it's just so much. And I just want to get to the particulars about the couples and what jumped out for me. And so something else that jumped out, so when they were meeting with Dr. Pepper, all these things came out about him lying. And the yoga studio. So they went to the studio. He don't even work there. Like, they're like, you work with Tommy from Martin. I don't understand why you're here. And so, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing for Mika and for Mike, But why would you lie? Why is it necessary that you lie? There's no reason for you to lie. That means something is wrong with you mentally that you lie like this. But yeah, he admits finally, because before he was just saying that Mika was just making all this stuff up about him. But finally, he admits to Dr. Pepper that, some of the things he has said, he's basically been lying. Like, some of the things that Mika is saying about him lying is true. So I'm like, at least he admits to something. Because I'm like, sir, really, what are you doing? Let's see what else I had for them. So when they were at the cooking class, because all of the couples ended up going to a cooking class, based off of Kate and Derek about to burn down on people's apartments. So they all end up at this cooking class except for Brandon and Taylor. But, when the subject of Brandon and Taylor came up, everybody was kind of looking towards Mika, and Brandon was kind of, not Brandon, Mike was kind of like, looking like, how he be looking, like he ain't want to share nothing. And he probably didn't want, Mika to share nothing. I think he said it was like, it's not our business. But if you guys are going through the experience together, I don't feel like you're talking like it's bad to discuss what's going on, because you're in this together. This is a unique experience, and the reason why they started allowing the couples to kind of integrate and just do things while they're in an experiment versus you just seeing other couples, at the reunion or whenever. It's because so they can be that support system for them, because I can imagine that this is something very, very difficult, but it's Mike again, and he just, nobody can really understand what's going on with him. But, so yeah, then their activity, because all the couples had some type of sensual, not really kind of sexual, I guess, but more so sensual activity to do with each other to get them closer, physical, I guess. That was the point of it. And so Mika and Mike had the blindfold activity. Well, that wasn't, for theirs, that wasn't physical. That wasn't physical. It was just more of a trust exercise for them, or getting them to be more open with the blindfold. Anyway, so they had the blindfold activity, and I thought that was pretty cool, because when your eyes are closed and you don't have to look people right in the eye, I guess that will make you want to be, more open. So that was a good activity, and I think they both asked great questions, and yeah, but I want Mika to go, because you can't trust this dude. But I have to give it to her, she's still hanging on. So, but girl, Mika, run. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about Zach and Mindy. I'm just going to go ahead and get them out of the way, because you already know how I feel about Zach. There's still no progress. He's still down here playing on these people TV. They have to be getting paid. If somebody knows, drop down in the comments if you know how much, if they're getting paid anything, and if they're getting like a lump sum, or is it per episode for them to show up. I tried to Google last night, but I was getting different numbers. One said 20 to 25, one said 15,000, one said $150 per episode. So there has to be a reason why Zach is still on these people TV, other than he just wants to market himself for his modeling business, because I don't understand. Like, and why are the experts letting this continue? So what they should have said was, either you're going to move in with her, even if you move into the second bedroom, or you just done. You have to make a decision, because at this point it becomes unfair to Mindy, and like, it's just not healthy for her. I don't want to use the word abuse, emotional abuse just yet, even though that's how I'm feeling, but I'm just going to say it's unhealthy for her to just be sitting there, I don't know what she's doing, but why isn't the expert stepping in? Just like, I feel like every season there's a couple where something is happening and the experts need to intervene and step in, and they don't. So yeah, but no progress on there. But what made me laugh was when they were at the cooking class, Mindy made the comment, she was kind of observing Mika and Mike, and she made the comment about, there's nothing there, there's no there's no connection. I was like, Mindy, you might want to sweep around your own front door first before you come check out Mika and Mike, because girl, you got a situation on your hand, but for yourself. So if I were you, I would be a little bit quiet. But anyway, that's just me. But I don't have anything else for them. I did have down, how the producers were, giving those shady flashbacks with him saying that Dr. Pepper was asking, what will happen if the person you're matched with isn't ideally who you would choose, physically, like what would you do? And he, had this great response about how he would work through it. Lies. So that I thought that was kind of, the producers, they're showing like this is what you said, and he's not doing that. I also wrote down Dr. Pepper says she had never, ever, and I think Dr. Pepper has been on here from the beginning, has she? Am I tripping? I don't know who the original experts was. I feel like she was. But anyway, as long as she's been doing this show, and she's been doing it for a while, she has never seen a spouse like Zach ever in the history of Married at First Sight. So that is telling you something about Zach. All right, moving on to Kate and Derek. With their scene kind of open up with Derek trying to cook. I don't forget what he was it eggs? I just know it's in those cheap pans that you have like when you're in undergrad or when you're right out of college and you get those cheap pans that burn, like you burn everything, it sticks to that. And they're setting off the fire alarm in the building, which leads them to, suggesting, that they take a cooking class and they invite all the couples. So that's how they get to the cooking class. But they're for the most part, they're doing well. I think they were having a conversation and Kate was like, just because I gave you, I had sex with you basically in Panama, that doesn't mean that you have me. So apparently in Kate's mind, I guess Derek is not doing something, I don't know what she wants. Like, I really think she wants him to just, I don't know. I'm confused at what Kate wants. Maybe something he's not doing for her, and I don't know. I just think that Kate likes a different type of dude. One that's going to be more aggressive, more, throw you up against something and have his way with you. I think that's the type of dude that Kate is used to. And yeah, but he says he's willing to do what she wants. So, that's it. I mean, I just have, is he being complacent? And Kate wants him to chase her. That's pretty much it for them. There wasn't anything big for them, so let's move right along. All right. Taylor and Brandon. Um, they sit down with Dr. Pepper, and Brandon comes in already just like he just here for shenanigans. Basically, he's just here so he won't get fined. And from the get-go, the attitude, the vibe was just very negative. He's like, well, I think Taylor was like, oh, I want Brandon to start. And he's like, well, Brandon's not going to go first. And it was just very, very negative. And pretty much Brandon is done, and rightfully so, if after Panama, when he showed his ass and Taylor decided that she was going to move forward from that, she should have moved forward and not keep bringing it up. If that's what the basis for her anger is coming from. If you decide to stay, you can't keep bringing it up. And she's mad. She's mad about something. Either she's still mad about Panama, or I don't know what he's doing in the apartment, but she does not like this dude, which led her to make the video, which was intentionally trying to hurt her. And in her mind, she's trying to, well, I don't know what's going on in her mind, but outside, she's trying to convince us that she doesn't see what was wrong with the video. And everybody else is like, girl, what are you doing? So she's not willing to apologize or just give any during their conversation with Dr. Pepper. And is it Pepper or Peppa? I think it's Pepper. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. So yeah, he says that she has dudes still calling her, at 3 o'clock in the morning. He insinuates that there's a possibility that she may have cheated. Like, he is just wild in there. And eventually, he gets up and takes off his mic and leaves. And, well, before that, Dr. Pepper asks him, where do we stand here? And basically he's like, I'm done, And again, if I was Brandon, he at this point, he is right. Like, why would you do a video like that, saying all these things, saying that you're single when you are fully married? Why would you do all of these things? I don't get it. But that's Taylor. So yeah, and then she starts to put on these fake tears, and I don't believe anything that Taylor's saying either. I think Brandon has a point that she's there to do TV and try to use this platform as a launching pad for something else. I don't know what that is, but that is what she's trying to do. Um, and I don't trust her. Just like I don't trust Mike, I don't trust Taylor. And then she gets down to, having lunch with her friends, and there's no accountability from Taylor or her friends. Like, her friends aren't even, they're just gonna jump on her side. But I'm like, if my friend is wrong, like dead wrong, I gotta call you out on it. I just can't let you just do all kind of foolishness, without saying, hey, that wasn't right, whether they agree with me or not. But I'm not gonna have something so egregious just out there and just act like it's just all good, because that video was not good. But her friends were just like, still pointing the finger at Brandon and, calling him an idiot, and just nothing, no accountability for Taylor. So when he met with his people, he was showing them like how she was sending him mad, crazy long text messages. Like, that's crazy, immature stuff. Like, but apparently they're gonna try to meet up again. I thought they were done. If they were done, why are they trying to meet up again? I don't understand. But it's just all the way bad for them at this point. It's just become too toxic, too back and forth, trying to hurt the person now. And I think when you get to that point, you just gotta walk away. So yeah, that's Taylor and Brandon. All right, so finally, Jessica and Austin, the most sane couple. I have like literally one little asterisk that that they are doing fine, and they had the spin wheel activity that they did, and just seeing him give Jessica a lap dance was hilarious, and I kind of was like, ew. But yeah, they're doing fine. There's nothing to say about them. They just seem to be going through this process well. I mean, I literally have nothing to say for them. So that was Jessica and Austin. All right, guys, so that is it. That was my review. I think this is episode 10 or 11. Again, I don't know, but yeah, that is it for this week's episode. As always, let's chat below and let me know what you thought of everything. And yeah, that's it. As always, you guys be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.